second down.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Justin Tucker.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wildcard teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I got to tell you, I personally like it. But winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get there.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2. At the 33-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Already got 2 sacks on the line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be on to the races.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Houston. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. the play fake. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
For a quarterback, there's two sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
On play action, they'll throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Miami. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Texans take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Texans.
On the draw is Taylor, fighting him off. A 2nd broken tackle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Taylor. He won't go down. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal.
On for the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Texans 10. Dolphins nothing.
So unable to away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 32. Kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them. It's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now a dump off here complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. They'll drop the throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And the pressure gets to him again. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Taylor, incomplete.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, we'll see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Bullock's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Makes the score Texans 10, Dolphins 3.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get back to you two in just a second. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders doing battle with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
On the stop. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Texans first down.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete.
The pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
And sacked by Aaron Donald.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
36 yards on the punt with no return.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, They don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Taylor. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
Back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Gerald Everett, 29 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we got to go on the road. We've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make this a second down.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
DeForest Buckner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over, and this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Looking to throw. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football.
The quarterback sacked.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Miami.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yards to go.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. this time on third down.
Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Going to give this time to the tailback. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Running back, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They go down to a knee,